Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Uncensored Report, and I want to talk a little bit about fake news and what we're hearing out of Google and Facebook and how they're trying to justify clamping down on what they deem to be fake news as a way to clamp down and censor alt-right sites. That's essentially what they're doing. This will create a chilling effect on alternative media, and they know this. And so major media and all the corporations that own them and all the dollars and influence that they have over Google and Facebook, which we all know was very pro-democratic, want the alt media shut down. It's a good thing I don't make any money on mine. There's a reason, though, why Google renamed it the alphabet. They want to control all communications, every aspect of it out there. You know, they got this perplexing theory out there. And what it is it's to emerge, explaining that basically the failure behind Hillary Clinton's run for president was because popular news creators and aggregators were out there distributing what they deemed to be fake or false news, which influenced the public opinion. Well, we've never heard of CNN doing something like that, or MSNBC, no. But let's blame the alt-right for doing that. Google and Facebook announced these measures amid this halting to stop the spread of the news and the internet by targeting aggregators or alt news sources that they deem to be phony. And how they're going to do that is they're going to clamp down on advertising through such venues as AdSense. And Google said it would be working on a policy to change and prevent the website from misrepresenting content that is being used out there, especially on AdSense. And again, I wondered, does that mean they're going to look at CNN? And would they be captured in that so-called filter that Facebook is putting out there? Think about it. And Google's doing the same thing. They're out there, and everybody knows how pro-left-leaning Google is. But they're working on a policy to change it too. Prevent websites from misrepresenting content. Again, who deems it misrepresenting? Basically, you got your right and your left. Okay? You get a story. The story may be accurate. You're looking at it. It's accurate. You got one perception here, one perception there. Both are accurate in their minds and according to their beliefs. So who is there? Who's going to sit there? If you have somebody that's left-leaning, they're going to look at right-leaning stories, say that perspective is totally wrong. It's false. I'm getting rid of it. And they're going to be censoring. Google and Facebook, Twitter, all these guys are going to be doing this stuff. And that's because they're all facing a backlash over the role they played in the presidential election process by allowing what many are saying, allowing the spread of false or malicious information. Basically allowing information that was not in line with what major media wanted to put out. And because of that, it swayed people to the voters, because I believe actual information, factual information was being put out that was not being filtered through major media. Think about it. I mean, you could see by the WikiLeaks emails that Eric Schmidt, who's the chairman with Google, was working hand in hand, collaborating with the Clinton campaign. Mark Zuckerberg, too. Many will say that just look at their trending lines. They were managed by very leftist people, and their trends were leftist and weren't even accurate. Remember that whole story? And again, I sit here and say, who's to decide what is fake or not? Many people with left-leaning thoughts will sit there and say, that's right-leaning, it's wrong, and it's fake, and I'm not putting it out there. And it's censorship at the highest form. And so they're going after them through AdSense, through how most of these people make money. I do have AdSense. I don't make anything, which is a good thing. But there's a lot of people that rely on that income. And Facebook has been blamed widely by the left-leaning mainstream media for allowing the spread of this misinformation, which is ironic since they're so left-leaning. Think of the irony there. And, you know, look, they're public companies. Google and Facebook have every right to get out there and tweak their ad policies however they see fit. Especially if they see that they're in the process, that their revenue is declining, they can get out there and do whatever they want to try to fix it. Yet, you got to think, this move is yet another step in a slippery slope. And it's one which begins with determining just what is considered fake news. In the end, it's a blanket censorship. And it's a censorship along ideological lines. And it's ironic, considering that much of the pro-Clinton press was terrified that it would be Trump who would be the one to hint or to enforce censorship. It seems the media does not need Trump at all. It can do quite well on its own. Using their power, using their influence at these, 6 corporations that own most of the media out there, are putting on their buddies over at Facebook, Google, and Twitter. This has been Frankie with the Uncensored Report.